po ang nasa loob ng gulong. Yeah, okay. Magandang umaga po, magandang tanghali, magandang hapon, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Ako nga po pala si Gulong ng Buhay.tv. Nandito po tayo ngayon sa Honda service. Nagtitraining po tayo ng mga tao ng Honda. Kasama po ako isang taga-Danlog. Nagtitraining po kami ng mga tao dito. Ibang iba po yung machine nila rito. Ito po yung lumang machine. Ito po katulad ng machine namin.
ओके वो काली यहाँ पे सर तो आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हो कि यहाँ पे मत लगाओ, यहाँ पे लगाओ 120 एक 120 डायरेक्टली ऑपोजिट मत लगाओ, यहाँ पे लगा दो, यहाँ पे
Nini-explain po sa mga nandito kung paano yung gulong, kung ano yung mga dot ng gulong, titingnan po nila.
So basically what is, I will explain to you what exactly is that.
Yan, English na po sila. At English na yung ginamit. Pinapaliwanag po yung mga kung ano yung nasa gulong, nasa loob ng gulong, kung ilang patong yung gulong. Ganyan po yung training. Pinapakita po yung, makikita nyo po yung ano ng gulong dyan.
This you can see is made of steel core. Steel coated with rubber. This is the part which sits on the brim. This is the only part which sits on the brim. And then you have inner liner. This is acting like a tube. Air when you put inside this tire, it is not supposed to come out. This is like a tube. Now,
paliwanag po yung kung ano yung paano yung gulong, kung ano yung nasa loob ng gulong, o ilang patong, ilang ano. Nagkamali po ako, akala ko po kami yung ako yung magti-training. Pala kami yung magti-training.
Just like we have skeleton.
Papakita ko po sa inyo.
Skeleton of the tire. This is called casing. This is now made of nylon. This is very soft, so it is made of nylon. You can touch it. These two parts, it is called wire on this system. There is wire here. There is wire here. These two parts, it is made of steel belt. Steel belt coated with rubber. This is which protects the casing. Casing is the most important part. If casing is damaged, then chances of failure is very high. So if there is puncture over here, we can repair this. We are repairing to protect the casing. We are repairing to protect the casing, nothing else. We are not protecting the thread or the steel belt. Steel belt is already strong enough. Casing is very weak, like our skeleton. So if there is puncture, we have to repair only this much portion we can repair. Beyond this, we cannot repair. Not recommended to repair the tire. Only the thread area we are supposed to repair, and we always repair from the inside. We never repair from the outside. So this plug which you see, the plug string, they will see puncture as well, they will remove the nail and then they will put the plug. That is not at all recommended because we don't know what damages happen inside the tire. So always remove the tire from the rim, check the damage inside, buff the area, clean the area, put the patch, plug patch repair, cut the patch and then buff it. That is the normal process of repairing the tire. So this is casing. On top of the casing there are two steel belts. This is cap to protect the steel belts, and then you have thread. Now, do you know what is radial tire? Radial tire, bias tire, nylon tire. Okay, you see this tire size? 265, 65R. R stands for radial tire. What is radial tire? This is a radial tire. You see this casing? This casing is like this, no? It is straight. It is not at an angle, it is straight. It is going in radial direction. That is why these tires are called radial tires. In India and Pakistan, olden time there was bias tire, nylon tire. Bias tire nylon tire, this casing, it is like this. It is at an angle, not straight. And for R, it will stand for dash. Dash means bias tire. So if you see any, if you have forklift tire here, if you have forklift here, just check the tire size. You will see that. Because it is made of nylon.
What is the purpose of that benefit?
So initially when tire was manufactured, they used to manufacture with this process. Bias tire. Bias tire, the problem with bias tire, it is very strong, very rigid. It is not flexible like this. It is very hard. So it becomes very hot. So after that they developed new technology and they made tires to be radial.
So little bumps.
Not bumps, it is much more soft. It is not rigid, it is not very hard. So if there is any bump or pothole or hum on the road, it will easily absorb this. So that is why this, most of the tires now, even truck tire also is now made of radial construction. So it is much more stronger than a bias tire. So these two steel belts, you see one is in this direction, one is in this direction. If we put both in the same direction, sometimes you will have pulling component. So to avoid that, we put one steel belt in this direction, one steel belt in this direction. It cancels. It will go straight. So usually what we find is in passenger tires, lightweight tires, you will use 2 steel belt or 4 steel belt. Truck tires usually now 4 steel belt. You will not find 2 steel belt. Okay, so this is casing in radial direction, that is why it is R. 2 steel belts in opposite, and this is nylon cap, and then this is thread. Sidewall, inner liner, bead, and sponge. Now whatever information you want from the tire, it is there on the sidewall. This is called sidewall. The first one is tire size, 265, 65 or 70. 265 is section width. From one sidewall to the other sidewall, what is the straight line distance in millimeters? R is radial construction, 17 is rim size, rim diameter in inches. This distance from one edge to the straight line distance, this distance is 17 inches. What is 65? What is 65? No, 65 is called aspect ratio. AR. It is a ratio between section width and section height. This is called section height. Section height means from bead to the thread. So the ratio between this section height to this section width, that is 65%. 65.
So this length 65% is
Correct. Yes. So if this distance is 265 in mm, this distance we have to find out. That is based on the aspect ratio. This is the percentage. So any tire you see, this is the percentage. 65 is there, 55 is there, 45. So it means this section height is 65% of this section, 265. So 65% of 265 is 172. This section height is 172 mm. So any tire you see, this is the normal description. It will not tell you 65 is not a section height, 65 is the aspect ratio. Ratio between the aspect ratio is ratio between the section height in mm to section width. This is section height, this is section width. Clear? Now this is all for any tire, light truck, passenger, any tire, that is the size. Have you seen your Kino? Old Kino or old Canter? Have you seen this tire size? Say 50 R60 you pick up, or your Land Cruiser old NC70. So this is same. This is a radial tire. Rim diameter in inches, and 12 kilos. 1120 kilograms. So 4 tire is 4,480, 4,500 kilograms. Beyond this load carrying capacity, maybe the tire will fade. So every, like even your spare part also, they will mention, okay, this is the tolerance or this is the maximum limit. This maximum limit in terms of load carrying capacity is 112 or 1,120. So like this we have different numbers. Yeah. This is maximum. Sometimes this is not there. Then next one is speed symbol, maximum speed. So this is S. The maximum speed this tire can go is up to 180 kilometers per hour. Beyond that, it is not safe. Basically, it is not safe. So every tire will have this entire thing. M plus S stands for mud and snow. Means it's all season tire. Can be used anywhere. The next important thing is this one, tire BOT. This is the tire serial number of the tire. First two digits VW, it means factory code. Every tire it is manufactured in a factory. Every factory will have a code. Like how you have your VIN number, every vehicle has a separate VIN number. Based on that VIN number, we are able to know which factory it is, what model it is, what size it is. Similar like this, we know what factory this tire is made. This VW stands for a factory in Japan. Next one is size code. 7Y is size code. This size, even this size also has a code. Seeing at this code, we will know what size it is. This is called optional code. Optional code means we know what technology is used, what steel is used, what raw material is used. So this is optional code. Only Dunlop will know. So like that Michelin will also have optional code for the tire. Only Michelin will know what is the optional code stands. And the last one is the important one, date of manufacture. So this was manufactured on 06/03, means 6th week of the year 2021. So if it is 41/21 means 41st week of year 2021. So usually we get our warranty policy is usually in for Dunlop or for any tire is 5 years. 5 years from the date of manufacture. But RTA or UAE government, they will say no, you have to replace it within 3 years or 4 years, or based on the wear, or based on the age of or the aging of the tire. So, but we provide manufacturing process warranty of 5 years. Okay, so factory code, size code, optional code, and then date of manufacture. Then another important one is this one, TTG, tread wear, traction, temperature. Tread wear is telling you how much this tire will run. So this 300 is a number, index number. So more tread wear rating means more tire life. If there is 500, means it will give you more tire life compared to a 300 tire. Then you have traction. Traction is gripping. On the road, the tire has to grip properly. That rating it is, in this case it is B. So we have a rating of A, B, C. Highest is A, middle is B, then is C. Temperature is, like I explained before, in UAE it is very hot. This is in Middle East, it is very hot. So this temperature means the amount of heat which is able to release. Tire should not become hot. Tire should run always cool. It should not become hot. So it should be able to release this heat to the atmosphere. That ability to release the heat, it is indicated by temperature reading. Here you have AAA, A, B and C. AAA is the highest, then you have A, below that is A, then below that is B.
For fraction also AAA?
No, for traction only A, B, C. For temperature it is AA, A, B, C. So like this. For traction it is A, B, C. For temperature it is AAA, B, AAA, A and C. In Middle East, in GCC, this is not allowed. You will not see temperature rating or traction rating of C. If you notice, next time when you notice, you will see everything is either B or above B. Because in GCC, GSO, they are not allowed to have temperature or traction of C. You will only find this much. Okay? So this tire 80/20 tread wear rating is 300, for example. Not example, this is rating. In Japan, in factory, there is one tire. It is called standard tire. That standard tire tread wear it is 100. So when we make a new tire, suppose 80/20 is a new pattern, we will check what is the rating of that tire against the standard tire. So if standard tire is 100, standard tire is 100. We will check against standard tire. What is the rate? This is called labeling for fuel consumption and rain wet gripping. And this is SMA sticker, and this is your barcode sticker. So this RFID means there is a chip inside this sticker. If you remove this sticker, inside you will see a chip. Without this chip, they will not allow the tire to be sold in UAE.
How affect this affect tire affect my
Okay, so this is fuel consumption. This means rolling resistance. This is rubber. So rolling resistance means if this tire is rotating, there is some friction between the tire and the road. So less friction, this will be more. Now this is rating of D, it is average. The reason being depth is very high. It is blocky pattern. Some tires you will see, for example Michelin, that primacy, that rating is higher because that is straight pattern. There is no lug like this. There is no groove like this. The pattern is much more shallower. So that rating will be high.
so traction will be less.
Traction will be somewhat less, we can say, but that they compensate with increasing the rubber material. So it is all like, how you say, balancing act. If they increase something, something else will reduce. So that time they will put new technologies to make that also better. So this is called fuel efficiency, fuel consumption efficiency. This is wet gripping. If there is potholes or water. Here in case of this tire it is rated poor.
So water condition.
In water condition it is not safe to ride. This is all terrain tire. This is good for on road or for off road, like desert drive. For wet gripping it is not so suitable. Sometimes chances of hydro planing or slipping is there. Okay. So any other things you want to know from tire?